Hi everyone, Cards on the Table with Vicky. What do you think of my card? I call it the pop-up step card. It folds nice and flat so we can still post it, which I really like, and it looks really fancy. But the best thing is it's not that hard to make. Why don't you come on down and see if you'd like to make one yourself? Okay, let's get started everyone. So we're going to be making this pop-up step card today, and what you need to start with is half a sheet of A4 cardstock cut down lengthways. So it's 10.5 centimeters this way and 29.8 centimeters this way. It's just half a piece of the A4 cardstock. And then we are going to be scoring that. Just move that out of the way. So we're scoring this at 15 centimeters, 18 centimeters, 24 centimeters, and 27 centimeters. And then once we've done that, we are folding all of that up and giving all those creases. Good work there with the bone folder if we need to. And you can see this becomes the step, the pop-up step. So to attach that, I am going to just use some glue, and all you need to do is place your glue onto that last end piece, and you are going to fold that over to create the box shape. So just fold it over so it creates a nice box shape, and then press it down, and that is your 15 centimeter piece of card that will fit nicely into an envelope. So just making sure that glue is adhered, and that is our basic pop-up step card shape. So the next thing we need to do is I have used some decorating with our designer paper that I have used some stripe here. So I'll just pop that there. The stripe piece is 10 centimeters by 2.5 centimeters. Again, just using some glue on that. And I just went with the same piece that I've cut the flowers out of. Here's the flower I've cut out from there. So I just decided to stay with that floral piece because I do think it's very pretty. And so make a nice little, so just popping that on there. It is a little bit up. You could have a slightly bigger piece in there if you like. Then the next thing I did was the silver foil. So that's what I've used as a ornate mirror. That's my idea. This is going to be a dressing table. So it's the ornate mirror. I've used the ornate, one of the frames from the ornate frames, ornate layer dies, and they are available in the new catalogue. Or they were an early release, so they are available now if you want them, and they will be in the new catalogue. So I'm just sticking that on there like so. And I also decided I would like a mirror top, glass mirror top on this, a very fancy dresser. So this piece is 2.5 centimeters, the same as this stripy one at the top, 2.5 by 10 centimeters, and that just sits there like so. You can see. There we go, all good. And it's closing nicely still. That's very good. Okay, so we've got a lot of our decoration on now for the front piece, which I'm going to do some drawers. And what I've done for the drawers is 6 drawers, and they are just, I'll just pop that there. 6 drawers are 5 centimeters by 1.5 centimeters each of them, and I have gone round each of them with my black marker. I kept one that I didn't do just to show you the edge. Whoops. And you just lightly go around each edge, and that helps highlight the drawer there. Simple as that. Alright, and now I'm going to touch each of those on. So, one here. There we go. Another drawer in there. And the last drawer. Is here. There we go. There. Now for the drawers, I'm using some in colour and new in colour enamel dots. This is a Magenta Madness colour, and that's the colour of my card base that I'm using today as well. That's better. So we've got our drawers made. Now we just need the little pop-up piece as well. So the pop-up jar is made to make a pop-up cube. So to make a pop-up cube, this is what you need. You need a 2 centimeters by 7.5 centimeters, and you score it at 1.5 centimeter intervals. So 1.5, 3 centimeters, 4.5 centimeters, and 6 centimeters. And then you just fold at each score line until it makes a nice little box, and seal that down. And here's one I prepared earlier. Now this little piece is going to sit here, and I'm going to use glue dots, I think, to hold that on. A couple of glue dots. I like my glue dots, as all my class ladies will tell you. Oops, a couple of glue dots there. Right, so the glue or adhesive or whatever you're using is on 2 sides that are next to one another, because one is going to sit on the bottom and the other is going to sit on, sorry I can't see that, sit on the back, so that when it folds up, it will fold shut like that. Nice. The next thing I'm using, I've used the Jar of Flowers new stamp set, and I stamped a jar, and then I used our new jar punch to punch it out, and I shortened it so that I made myself a smaller jar, and I used, this was with the pattern paper I was talking to you about. Now you might say, I don't have the jar punch, I don't have a jar stamp. You can punch out a circle and just cut the top off, and you have a bowl. You could just use a rectangle shape or a square shape and just go around the edges. Or you can even do a little tag shape with that rectangle, cut the corners off, go around the edges like I showed you with the black pen marker, just to highlight the edges. And whatever you do, you just pop your flower on and it becomes your little vase or container for your flowers. But for today's purpose, see, there's what this bowl would look like. That looks nice too, done in the pattern paper. So for today though, I'm using the jar, and I'm just going to put some glue on here. This, that'll do. Pop my jar on here, hold it for a minute so it settles there, close it down, pop it up, and there you can see that it's popping up, and I have my flower. Now I cut out 2 flowers, and at this point I was looking at it and I thought, oh, you could have one there, have one popping out of the jar. You could have them any way you like. So I'm just going to pop this on. I can get a glue dot onto my flower. I'm going to pop this on. I like that popping out there, and that looks good. And I'm going to use a dimensional. Yes, a dimensional is a good idea, I think. Whoops, I'm losing it all. Sorry. I'm going to pop my dimensional on to the back here and pop that up there. Just remember where you're putting your dimensional, you don't want it above your jar because then it will stick to the back, which won't be the look we're looking for. So there, we've made our dresser drawers, like a greeting on there. So I have stamped out Just Thinking of You. This is a new stamp set coming in the catalogue called Many Mates. Highly recommend this one. It has just about every greeting covered that you would need. And I always say you need a good greeting set. This is a really, really good one. Many Mates. So I have Just Thinking of You, and I'm just going to pop that over there in the corner, I think. There we go. And that's our card made with your pattern paper. So the other thing I like to do for this type of card is a easel back. I'll just move some of those directions out of the way. So this is what I do for the back of the card. I just have, this is just 10 centimeters by 21 centimeters scored in half, and this will go on the back of my card. And I've already stamped a greeting, which I will place on there. Some glue in the center. There we go. And I had, talking about your pattern paper, I had this little square left over, and I thought, oh, I wish I had a strip to put across there. But then I looked at it and thought, oh, if I cut that in half, I can just put this on here like this, and this could be the decoration this time, which I thought worked just as well. Thought that looked pretty cool. There we go. So I just want you getting to thinking about your designer paper and getting it out and using it. Now when we glue this onto the back, we're gluing the word where the greeting is, putting the glue on there. And now I'm just flattening that card while I put this on. Put that down. Make sure that glue's working for me. And there's my back of my card where I can write in. And there's the front of my card. And of course you can add more decoration if you like. But this is just an idea for you. Get out that designer paper and see if you can find some flower images and something you can make with it. And I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.